A Manhattan man remains jailed following his arrest for making criminal threats over the phone. 29-year-old Larry Wilms Jr. was arrested just after 10 p.m. in the 4700 block of Observation Point Drive on 13 counts of making a criminal threat by causing either terror, evacuation, or disruption. Wilms is also charged with 2 counts of harassing by a telecom device by transmitting a comment, image, or text to abuse, threaten, or harass, and 2 counts of stalking. He remains jailed in Riley County after his arrest on custody probable cause charges on a bond of $45,000. Junction City said goodbye to its longtime city manager, Alan Dinkle, on Wednesday in a retirement reception at the municipal building in Junction City. Dinkle, who has served 35 years in local government and almost the last 10 in Junction City, spoke more about his plans in retirement.
We're planning to move between the 3 girls down the road, but that's going to be probably the next 6 months to a year. As everybody talked today, I play auctioneer on the side, so I'll do a little auctioneering, and I'm just my livestock background there. I'm doing county fairs this summer, so being fun with that. I wouldn't be surprised I'll pop up in city government as the interim for a 3 to 5 month period sometime down the road, but we'll see what happens.
When reflecting back, he also spoke about the biggest takeaway from his career and said it was always about the people, pointing to his work in towns like Hoisington when a tornado severely damaged most of the town. And when he came to Junction City to work the city out of severe debt, he pointed to the people for their help during those difficult times. Dinkle's replacement has yet to be announced. Riley County Commissioners will meet with department heads this morning to go over county updates. Commissioners will receive a presentation from RCPD Director Brian Peet on the department's feasibility study, which discusses the possible expansion of the department's building as well as the county jail. Commissioners will also meet with Budget and Finance Officer Brittany Phillips to discuss the revenue neutral rate for several county departments, such as the Fire Department and the University Park Water and Sewer District. Finally, commissioners will correct tax rolls and go over the advisory board's recommendations for appointments while also going over the Riley County Fair beer sales agreement. The meeting gets underway at 9 a.m. Manhattan City Commissioners made a new declaration at Tuesday's commission meeting, making next Saturday an official city holiday. Mayor Susan Adamczyk started the meeting with a decree.
A National Day of the Cowboy has been designated by the United States Congress and the Governor of Kansas to be celebrated on the 4th Saturday of July.
Coinciding with the proclamation, the Flint Hills Discovery Center will be hosting their annual Day of the Cowboy event July 27th and the 28th. Event Supervisor Jonathan Mertz detailed a few of the main events.
And of course, arts and crafts, and we'll have live music in our atrium during the morning and into the early afternoon. So I hope you're all free and can join us a week from this Saturday at the Flint Hills Discovery Center for the National Day of the Cowboy.
We'll have members from the Flint Hills Discovery Center on In Focus next Monday, the 22nd, beginning at 9 a.m. The list of the 4 finalists for the position of Manhattan City Manager have been released to the public, and they'll be coming to Manhattan to meet with the public and commissioners next week. Manhattan Mayor Susan Adamczyk commented on the finalists.
We're very excited. I think I've mentioned before we had close to 50 candidates from 21 or 23 states. In the end, there were 9 people from Kansas, and as it turns out, 3 of the 4 finalists have very strong Kansas roots.
Finalists are Jacob J. Wood of Salina, Jamie Miller of Paris, Kentucky, Jason Gage of Springfield, Missouri, and Danielle Dullen of Warrensburg, Missouri. Both Wood and Dullen are K-State graduates. Finalists will meet with the public next Monday for a public meeting at the Flint Hills Discovery Center from 4:30 to 6. The meeting is open to the public. The Kansas CASA Association Board of Directors recently announced the hiring of Dina Gage as state director. In her role as state director, Dina Gage says she'll look forward to driving the Kansas CASA Association's mission forward and fostering a culture of excellence and collaboration to ensure that every child in Kansas has the opportunity to thrive in a safe and supportive environment. Gage has experience from her nearly 22-year career with Price Brothers Management Company in Overland Park. Dina grew up in a small town of Maxville, Kansas. CASA is a program for court-appointed advocates for abused children. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is reaching out to farmers, ranchers, and agricultural landowners to gather in-depth information about the conservation practices they use. Nearly 12,000 operators nationwide will receive the 2024 Conservation Effects Assessment Project Survey. Local National Agricultural Statistics Service, also known as NASS, representatives will visit farmers and agricultural landowners in August and September to determine if their operations and properties meet the criteria to be considered eligible candidates for the survey. Eligible farmers and landowners may be contacted between November and March of next year and asked to participate in the survey. Typical questions will discuss farm production practices, chemical, fertilizer, and manure applications, tillage, irrigation use, and installed conservation practices. More on the day's headlines can be found at our website, newsradiokman.com and themercury.com.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. As the Chiefs quarterbacks and rookies reported to camp on Tuesday, Patrick Mahomes, like many nationwide, setting themselves up to play the new EA Sports college football game. Mahomes brought a TV to training camp at Missouri Western for the first time in his NFL career. Whether there's time for that or watching the Paris Olympics later this month remains to be seen, especially with Coach Andy Reid setting up a foundation for this coming season.
We had our ups and downs. I just expect the young guys that were here last year to continue to build on what they finished. I thought we finished strong on both sides of the ball and special teams.
Rashee Rice will be practicing with the team until his status tied to his high-speed car accident from this summer is sorted out by the courts and league. Stephen Curry scored 24. Bam Adebayo added 17. The U.S. dropped Serbia 105-79 to improve to 3-0 in its 5-game slate of exhibitions ahead of the Paris Olympics. Nikola Jokic had 16 points and 11 rebounds for Serbia. Rory McIlroy takes his first big step toward moving past a major collapse. It comes on the last major of the season for the PGA. McIlroy is among the early starters at Royal Troon as the 152nd British Open gets underway this morning. Tiger Woods, one of the big-name stars who texted McIlroy after the Northern Irishman's late collapse at the U.S. Open last month.
As you know, I'm your friend. I know this is a difficult moment. We've all been there as champions. We all lose. Unfortunately, it just happened. The raw emotion of it, it's still there, and it's going to be there for, I'm sure, some time. And the faster he's able to get back on a horse and get back into contention like he did last week, the better it is for him.
McIlroy is a 4-time major champion and won the Claret Jug at Royal Liverpool in 2014, and then the PGA Championship at Valhalla a month later. He's not won a major, though, in a decade. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.